Looking now at applications development, it's interesting to see how the sales of graphical software have progressed during 1990. The best group that tracks this is the SPA, or the Software Publishers Association. Virtually every PC software developer reports their unit volume and dollar volume to this group, and then they put it together in a comprehensive report on a monthly basis. And what we see is that in the second half of 1990, Windows grew by a factor of 3. In fact, it became, during 1990, the best-selling graphical environment. Over $400 million of Windows applications were sold. And this is without many of the larger software companies having their Windows applications available. I think as those applications come out, we'll see the sales of Windows applications more than double. A good leading indicator of what's going on in software development is to look at who's buying tools and what are they doing with them. Now, our key tool to date has been our Windows Software Development Kit. And it's also stunning to us that we've sold over 50,000 copies of that software development kit. It requires a very serious developer who not only is willing to learn C programming, but also getting down to the event level and creating different Windows classes. We think that all the people who bought this kit are working on very exciting applications, and that these numbers even understate the amount of Windows development going on, because recently we've seen a number of really excellent tools that don't require you to buy the Windows Software Development Kit. Now, it's very difficult to single out particular innovative applications under Windows because there are so many. But I thought I'd just mention a few to give you a sense of the new ideas that are being put forward. In the graphics area, I picked the Upfront product that comes from Alias Research. This is a product where you enter in a three-dimensional description of a house or a building that you're proposing to build, and then you let the designer or the customer actually walk through it and see what that's going to be like. It's really an incredible tool for making sure that the design is exactly right. Another advanced product is the Mathematica package from Wolfram. Not only is it a breakthrough in terms of the way it does symbolic mathematics and let you view data, but it's also one of the first applications to use the 32-bit memory capabilities that we call WinMem32 that are built into Windows 3.0. Another area of exciting activity is client-server computing. So many new ways are being developed to let people see information coming out of large machines. And one of these is the Forest and Trees product from Channel Computing. It lets you very easily, with a few days' work, take information from any number of sources, including local Windows applications, as well as remote databases, and pull those together in a very graphical way. You can even have little alerts that come up to tell you when data values are out of line. In the area of databases, one of the most important technologies for the next few years will be object-oriented databases. And so we're very proud to have Object Design, a leader in this field, showing here at this show their Object Store product that brings this capability to the Windows environment. A final category is the area of tools. And here's where I had the toughest time picking any particular products because there are so many good ones that have been done. Two that I thought that were particularly noteworthy are the Digitalk Look and Feel Kit and the Blue Sky Windows Maker product. Both of these do a great job of letting you design what you want the application to look like right there on the screen. And you can even preview it for the user without going through a compilation process. Then attaching the code to these visual elements is very straightforward, so you don't have to think of funny symbol names. You can make direct associations and build your application right there. The productivity of Windows application over the next year is going to be dramatically higher than it has been during the last year. Even more important, perhaps, though, is the way that customers are using Windows. Let's take a look at some examples. A group at McDonnell Douglas is using Windows to help build America's space station.
We need the kinds of tools that the Windows environment provides. The astronauts need the kinds of tools. Astronaut interface with this is essential to the assembly of this vehicle. We all have to know what it is that this device is supposed to do so that we don't perturbate that astronaut. He's got to be a happy camper. She's got to be a happy camper. Windows is so simple to use that the folks pick it up within an 8 to 16-hour period. That allows us the economy of the computer and allows folks to use a tool that is necessary in this day and age.
With the Windows pull-down menus, you can get going without reading the manual. You really can get going fast.
The process is super simple in that all you have to do is cut and paste.
And now it's a cut and paste. It's a snap now.
I intend to see that our major manufacturers of product are also tied into this same link. That way we have real-time design going on, and we all will benefit from that, not only in a cost function, but from an exchange of information function. I mailed this to the suppliers, the manufacturers of product, and we can then do engineering work, okay, over the telephone, working off the screens on our computers, okay, as opposed to trying to read the same piece of paper. It's much quicker and it's much more accurate. Accuracy counts in a program of this nature.
Like I said, I don't have to worry about being a programmer. I can be a user instead, and that makes life a lot simpler.
It's easy to use, user-friendly. It just does so many things that we need to use it for around here.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. The graphics ability allows us to communicate quickly and succinctly. If it works, I love it. Windows works.
I thought it would be interesting to ask Steve Stock from McDonnell Douglas to come here to Atlanta to show us how he's used Windows.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Steve.
It's good to see you.
So this is the specification right here.
This is it. There are about 10 more just like it that we're producing for product that will be used to build a space station.
Wow, it's pretty complex.
It's a very long document.
And what part is this for?
That particular specification is for an astronaut connector. This device is used to hook all of the electrical signals and functions on space station. Okay, when the astronaut comes through, he now has a hooked up connector and he's ready to go. His life support systems work, his communication systems work, and he's a happy man.
So this needs to be pretty reliable.
Absolutely reliable.
Let's take a look at the document here.
All right. What we have here as we come up on this are the force vectors that we're using to describe to the folks that need to know how much force an astronaut will have to put at any one position on the lever on that device. And that's so that we can control the amount of energy that an astronaut expends during a suited environment. The suit itself is like wearing a machine. And once you've locked up in that thing, it's, you get pretty tired pretty fast. So we take care of these kinds of things to make sure, again, that the astronaut accomplishes the task when needed. That particular connector allows a free float suited astronaut in a zero-G environment to mate a set of connectors in 4 seconds or less.
And how did these drawings actually get into the document?
Well, we create the drawing in a small CAD package called DesignCAD. We convert it to an HPGL file, and we port it directly into Word for Windows. And it comes so smoothly, it just hasn't been a problem.
How about training the people to work with this?
Well, as you probably know, some engineers, as they get older, okay, have a little trouble adapting. They get set in their ways. If it hadn't been for Windows, I don't think we'd have got some of the fellows to come across to the computer base at all.